Oke guys, saatnya kita menyaksikan pertandingan di upper bracket ya guys ya, di MPL Filipina antara Falcon Apbren melawan Blacklist Internasional. Langsung aja kita tonton, let's go guys. Kemarin Blacklist berhasil mengalahkan siapa guys, 3-0 ya guys ya.
Key battle spells on these heroes. Take note, ladies and gentlemen, as we throw into the bout, it's Egon and Aisu calling the action.
Yang dipikirin guys.
And thank you so much, Rockhart Leo. Break it down, laughing and analysis. Us two here on the desk. Sometimes you just gotta go with what works. Welcome to the game number 1. First match of the day here, playoffs day number 2. FCAP versus Blacklist. What we saw yesterday, man, very impressive from Blacklist. I think a lot of you guys missed it. They performed out of their minds. Egon, how are we feeling about the lineups here?
I gotta agree with the panel again. It's hard to execute what Blacklist is up to, especially when Super Marco the Bulletproof. You all know in terms of KDA, Super Marco's up to par when it comes to KDA with Haji because he's bulletproof, but at the same time he can dish out the damage. With Lord James going right after Flap TZ early on, forcing Blacklist to engage there. They want to go for an early kill. As Oga trying to protect Flap TZ with a revitalize, though they might bring him down. You have to play her out, and Lord James' aggression will pay off. They will get the first blood.
Already, you know. Hey, some people said, you know, hold on, they're still engaging. Perks.
Okay, they want to go for the counter attack. Here comes the Shadow Stampede for El Capitan View, but it's not going to be enough.
Wah, lingnya datang.
Lingnya datang.
Kyle TZ.
Early on, making 3 as MP the King picks up the kill.
Dapat kill lagi lingnya.
This is a whole lot happening here under the 2-minute mark right now. I mean,
Udah apa ini dengan Falcon Apbren guys?
Early game leading into that first objective in just a bit here. And with those kills, 2 being on Lord JM, that's great for the lane matchup. You know, this is an R-Lot pick. He just gets that level 4. He's got a nice lead against Flap TZ. So this makes things really, I guess, comfortable for Blacklist in the early portion of the game. We'll see if FCAP actually wants to respond to this and how they do that. But, you know, this team fighting, the skirmishes already happening are really favoring Blacklist here.
And imagine the first turtle just spawned. Already 3 kills for Blacklist, 1.3k gold lead. A lot has happened. So for sure this game will be action-packed as 4 agents are securing here the turtle. Flap TZ and Oga just trying to survey the scene, trying to disrupt Blacklist as they will secure an uncontested turtle.
The other upside of this lineup from Blacklist International is just the fact that, you know, you have this Loyi here. Haji's running the Warcry emblem, and that's why also those early skirmishes, you know, when he was able to get the interactions off, like that extra damage does play a part, and it's hard to fight those early fights with a Loyi across from you. Now later on, once those diversion plays come in handy, you know, that's where you really kind of keep FCAP wondering, like, where are we going to come through from that diversion play?
Yeah.
And it's tough to deal with. Look at that early damage already.
Yeah, it's really going to boil down to the execution of our mid laners. Haji and View, they have at least the most important ultimates for their respective teams. View with the Netherrealm, Haji with the diversion. And we've seen them. Wait a minute, okay, they want to go for more Blacklist, forcing Ogwin to cast that AOG. And going back to my point, remember the time when Haji and MP the King paired up the Luyi with a Hayabusa, and they were just going crazy with the macro? That's when Blacklist International's momentum started.
Back in the regular season, right?
Back in the regular season,
It's funny because, like, a lot of people, when they were watching Blacklist International through the regular season, I think a lot of people had a lot of things to say about them.
A lot.
You know, because there was a time, too, with Blacklist International in regular season where they were trying different, like, lineups, like lineup iterations, and then they eventually found the best. Here's a diversion, though.
Diversionnya ke belakang.
Pemakaian mati juga. Even forcing out this flicker, but in the end will bring him down. So that was a way worth it trade for Blacklist. A diversion for the life of Super Marco.
Yep, that's what I was talking about, man. The diversion plays are going to be pretty an obstacle for FCAP to overcome. Now, with the lineup that they have here, too, they're really hoping that, you know, late game is where they can shine and they can utilize, especially the carry pick, you know, with Super Marco, even though he's already gotten taken down. That pressure is going to be continuous there, though. So for FCAP, they've got to be able to kind of protect Super Marco, allow the late game to happen, because, hang on, the way things are going right now, like, I don't know if FCAP's going to get there. This second turtle for the taking, too, and Blacklist might either look for a pickoff or just start it up.
Because ideally, the plan for Falcons Apbren is of course late game insurance Super Marco with the carry.
Tapi siapapun yang
But
kalah,
Kyle TZ
nggak
was
ulang
supposed
ya,
to be
turun ke
dominating
lower.
early game with the Suyu pick, and so far we've seen Suyu dominate early games. We've seen it with Andoryu, we've seen it with Carl TZ. So far, not a good start for Falcons Apbren because of the unexpected aggression Blacklist is showing as MP the
Mati
King and
dong
the rest of
Owen.
Blacklist works on Clap TZ and Ogun once again as they will bring him
Killing
down. Clap TZ
spree, Lord JM
has to go with split
di
split.
Indo
The Perks
kagak
boxes
dimainin
revitalized.
guys.
Okay,
Di
now
Filipin
Clap TZ
jago
still
deh.
working on Lord JM. Perks goes in with a glorious pathway with MP the King as well.
Oh,
Clap TZ quite tanky,
Tambah
but will
sobret.
he be able to sustain it? Here comes the Nether Realm, but they're
Mega
just gonna break it
kill,
right
killing
away,
spree.
bringing down two.
Double kill.
MP is still alive.
Double
Few
kill
is
Lord JM
target, and look at Lord
MP masih hidup
JM.
guys.
5-0-2. Man, it sucks that the Alamat Awards just ended because this guy, one of the most improved players for the playoffs.
yeah, that's a good point because a lot of people are talking smack on Lord JM
A lot.
through the regular season. But man, we're gonna look at the replay here. He's trying to make a play in mid. I don't think that's gonna result in much. But looking at this replay brought to us by Infinix, this was
Kena
great.
final slash
Final
nih.
slash, able to find multiple members after the Nether Realm was even used. And then they go in, continue claps in. So just a
8-0
huge
guys,
lead
gila.
right now for Blacklist. And a lot of this early on snowballed
Gila,
already
gila.
into this point
Di
of the game. You know,
Banta1.
that mid-game where you're really just seeing how strong the fighting composition is. And the great thing about this for MP the King especially is this makes your job as a Ling so much easier. Like,
Yeah.
you can just do what you need, roam around the map, focus on, you know, these objectives if you need to. But ultimately, the power spike right now for Blacklist International is just so massive that FCAP is going to have to really, like, slow things down. And by slow things down, I mean just not die. You know, like, they don't want to go into a fight because they're going to be outgunned and outmaneuvered right now. And OHAB hasn't even really had to be part of these fights, obviously.
Yeah, he's just literally going on a laning phase with Super Marco, having his own mini game up top. In Blacklist,
Mau ke
what you
Feather of
expect?
Heaven ini,
No one
Harit
could
nih.
have predicted this. An 8-0 start coming into game number 1 up against Falcons Apbren, the reigning, defending world champions back in M5. 5.4k gold lead already. And I do agree with your point. MP the King, right? Okay, they're going to send out someone there. It's going to be Lord JM and the diversion, and they're just going to wait. But spot out Oakwood. Are you going to be able to burst him down though? 4 members of the Bees are here. Perks might be trouble to the Shadow Stampede will catch him. Flap TZ goes in as well. And the class will stop
Wah,
there.
di bawah
Okay,
mau
going
jadi
back to
Banta1
MP
nih.
the King.
Lihat, oh
He's
tahu.
having such a good time because during the regular season, we would always see MP the King struggling because enemies would tend to invade his purple buff. But this time, 3-0-3 start. Not even minding whatever clash is happening right now, just focusing on the macro for MP the King.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, they're just gonna have kind of an easy time right now. Third turtle, I would be surprised if FCAP really wants to press into this and contest it. It looks like, you know, they're kind of getting angled for this.
Bisa
See
sih.
if they actually do it, but it looks like not. 3 for 3 now on the turtles, as it should. Again, FCAP really just needs to get to the late game here. I think we have to talk about how can they get to this game? Oh, hold on.
Okay,
They sent him. Oh, they're just
Position.
waiting
I think
again.
Ogwen knows.
Ogwen has to. He spotted that bush earlier, but oh man, if he walks into that,
Okay.
Langsung
Still has the
hilang.
AOG, he still can't escape here, but he's getting bursted
Langsung
down
hilang,
and Perks will pick up the
multi
kill.
juga.
A fast burst, a fast rotation, fast play for Blacklist, and MP the King works on
Tempas Soblet.
Kyle TZ. He's gonna get stunned though. Templates of Blade will be casted. He has to walk away because of the tower damage. Kyle TZ pops his 3rd skill. He's chasing after him. Super Marco as well, but MP the King will remain alive.
Catelor kah itu?
Wait.
Kari.
Wait.
hold on.
Wait, go to the bottom lane, please. Get to see. Okay.
He got out. He got out.
MP the King got out.
He's fine. Blacklist goes and swings it forward. Gets a turret up top. Tier 2 now.
7.300.
Down there. Just Oheb having the gold lane experience, pretty much doing what he wants to do. Farms up. He hasn't really even shown just yet, but look at this. He's already got the Feather of Heaven, Starling of Sight locked in, working next on the 3rd item. Most likely Holy Crystal. He's got a little defense.
Panas slash.
Yeah, hold on. Mid lane.
Gonna watch for Lord
Cuur,
JM. Okay,
hilang.
Final Slash goes in as well as the glorious pathway. Nether Realm
lama
will be
banget.
casted, but look at the damage coming
Double
from
kill.
Blacklist. They're gonna bring down 2. They don't have minions though. So they
10-0.
have to wait for it before they take down the mid lane
Wow.
turret, and Lord JM again.
Apa yang terjadi?
Literally playing out of his
11-0
mind.
Timnas Bumi.
505 KDA. He's not part of just 1 kill. Only Blacklist initiation.
This is just nearly for Blacklist in game 1, this is basically a perfect game for them. You know, there's been no like window for FCAP really to respond. Now you can see, I was just saying that he was going to pick up the Holy Crystal. He gets it at almost or under the 10-minute mark. And with Oheb getting those last 2 kills, this is a great moment for them to get this Lord and possibly get multiple base turrets down, because I just think if FCAP even tries to defend with this lineup, they've got another realm, but it's going to be worked on so quickly because of the economic advantage in items and power that Blacklist has. So this is a free Lord for them.
Arlordnya sini menggila si Lord JN.
Pull something through to get an amazing defense, but it's going to be so difficult. Kyle
TZ beli Sky Piercer buat apa ya?
Very interesting, right? They don't have any kills on the board. He picks up a Sky Piercer, wants to just get one of the items that he can, but they're going to try to hold this down. Lord JM, as tanky as can be on this R-Lot, now picking up Radiant Armor. But he's been pumping out the damage too, and that final slash, especially when the Nether Realm is popped, has been a crutch for FCAP to deal with. So right now they try to hold down these turrets. They're gonna have to wait for this Lord to march in. Diversion again, where they go.
Diversion. TZ-nya kena surprise, guys. Kena diversion.
Haji instincts ever since day number 1 has been phenomenal. We're gonna forget what he did game 3 against Omega, casting a skill with the Aurora onto that brush. That's why they found out where the diversion was, and eventually swept Omega. And now the Lord is marching in. Lord JM catches 3 as the Lord. It's still
ngapain balik lagi ya? 12-0.
Manages to escape from the AOG.
13-0.
Members of the agents are here with the Lord.
14-0. 15-0. 16-0. White up. 16-0. Pembantaian habis. Wow.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is playoffs Blacklist. That was about as the best of a game you could get.
Wow, gila guys. Oke guys, selamat untuk Blacklist Internasional yang menang di game pertama atas Falcon Apbren, sang juara bertahan, sang juara M5 kemarin. Dibuat bertekuk lutut di game pertama guys ya, 16-0, gak dikasih kill sama sekali. Apakah di game kedua nanti Falcon Apbren ngamuk? Kita akan sama-sama saksikan nanti guys ya. Jangan lupa tapi dibantu like ya guys. Dadah, sampai jumpa.